Hey, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today I'm going to show you how you can split up a list item or an unordered list into CSS3 columns without having things get transferred over to another column that maybe doesn't belong. Let's say if a really long line item or something like that. Either way, we're going to get into how you can set up and break up a list into multiple columns using CSS3 columns. So check it out, let's get started right now. So in this example, we have an unordered list, and as you can see, the third item in our list is a bit longer than the others. And that is going to cause some problems in a little bit, and I'll show you why. So let's go ahead and let's use our new CSS columns abilities to create columns out of this list. So what we can say is we have an unordered list, and this is where we're going to apply our columns. And let's use our column count. So we can say column hyphen count, and we want to break this into 2 columns. There we go. And you'll notice that our ellipses, they went away in our list item. Now we want to show our ellipses, so we need to tell the list style to be inside. So we can say list style, and then we're going to say it's inside and disk. Okay, we'll save that. And I'm sorry, that not disk with a K, disk with a C. And you'll see that we have our issue is nice and obvious. We have our list items, we have the bullets, but CSS columns doesn't say, hey, you have a list item, we'll keep it all in one column. It says, hey, this content is too long for this column, we're gonna flow it into the next column, which is why you see list item, same one carry over into the next column. Now, typically when you're gonna have a multi-column list, you're not going to want this behavior. Now, you could want this behavior, but maybe not usually. So how do we go about fixing this? Well, we have a property that we can apply to the list item, and we can say that we are not going to allow this to break in the middle of a list item. So using this awesome CSS property called column break, we can say li, and then the properties for that are going to be column hyphen break hyphen inside, and then the property we want is avoid. Now, nothing has happened, and you can tell that this property is not as well supported because browser prefixer isn't even auto prefixing this. So we can say a hyphen webkit hyphen and then the entire property here, just like this. Upon saving that, you can see that our long list item is now unbroken. In fact, we have 2 equal columns, and this item is not broken. In fact, it will remain not broken no matter how many columns we have. It's going to always fulfill its space to make these columns as even as possible. You can get away with WebKit column break inside a void as well as Moz column break inside a void for the latest browsers, and you're going to see the proper action working. However, your other users who might even support the standard column count might not get that break inside a void working correctly. Now that's up to you to decide how to handle that if you're using something like Modernizer, or if you're just going to let that degrade for users who aren't on those latest versions. Luckily, like with browsers like Chrome, they auto update pretty much all the way for you, so a lot of your users are going to be on the latest versions, or at least a version that will be able to handle column break inside a void. Great, so you can now handle lists in CSS columns and have content not break your list by being too long. I hope you found this little introduction to CSS columns to be super useful. It should serve as a point for you to just get messing around with CSS columns and using them to create user interfaces that you could not create only a few years ago. So as always, this is Scott with Level Up Tuts. If you have any questions or comments, reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook, pretty much anywhere. We love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.